Why is a $70 game like Crimson Desert is getting more hype, while a free game like Where Winds Meet is struggling to bring the players back? So the answer might surprise you. This isn't a battle between a paid games and a free games, so it is a battle between a veteran developer and the first-time developer. Parabis has already spent 10 years operating Black Desert Online globally. They have survived player drops, community backlash, balancing issues, and monetization controversies multiple times throughout the years, and Everstone is facing the first major global live service challenge for the first time of their life. And here's the facts. Experienced developers don't necessarily make fewer mistakes. They make mistakes also, just because they made those mistakes many years ago, like inventory problems, retention problems, and endgame problems. So Parabis already deal with them multiple times. They know what to do. That's why they react very fast. So we have already seen some improvement like inventory increased from 20 to 50 numbers and a lot of quality of life improvements in Crimson Desert just few months after the release. But Everstone is still learning which problems need immediate actions and which problems don't need immediate actions. And here is another hidden fact. Player count means nothing without retentions. A free game can attract 10 million downloads, but most players quit after a month, so those numbers become meaningless. And a paid game with fewer players but strong retentions is usually healthier in long term, and this is where the gaming has changed. Many years ago, players had plenty of time but little money, and today players have money but very little of free time. So time has become more valuable than games. So people aren't asking, can I afford a $70 game? So they are asking, is this game worth 200 hours of my life? So this is why free games don't automatically win anymore. Free entry also means free exit. A player can download Where Winds Meet today and uninstall tomorrow without losing anything. But if someone spends $70 on Crimson Desert, they are more likely to stay and give the games a real chance. So free games also attract more tourists. Players jump in one game to another game, collect the reward, then leave. And the paid games is naturally filter some of those players out and in to create a more committed community. And the next difference is the developer philosophy. So Parabis is famous for building marathon games. So Black Desert always give players another goal to chase, like more gear, more silver, more progressions, and more collections. All of them feels very valuable in doing, and the journey never ends. But Where Winds Meet is currently feels more focused on adventure than long-term progressions, and that's the challenge for retentions. And another major difference is the players' freedoms. So Crimson Desert launched with Cliff as main characters, but Parabis has historically been less hostile to modding community. So many players already expect more that change appearance, change the outfit, and even the character's model can change. So modding has kept many players alive for Parabis. And meanwhile, Where Winds Meet operate under far stricter limitations. Outfits are more conservative, customization is more controlled, there are more restrictions overall. So whether it is good or bad depends on players, but freedoms usually increase engagements. So now let's talk about the management. So when Parabis struggles, they adjust quickly and they even change CEO when performance drops. Their leadership generally appear more calm and experienced during difficult times. So by comparison, some players notice that when Winds Meet director appear exhausted months after the launch, it creates a perception that studio is under heavy pressures, and perceptions really matter. And finally, here's the biggest hidden fact. Many players aren't buying Prism Desert. They are buying trust with Pearl Hobbies. They are trusting 10 years of experience, data, talent, and proven record of bringing the players back. Where Winsmith isn't just asking players to try again. They are asking players to trust a new studio, and trust is much harder to earn than downloads. So is Prism Desert automatically a better game? So the answer is not necessary. But if you are wondering why players seem more excited about $70 games than a free game, so the answer isn't about the price, it is the confidence and the trust of the player to the developer, and also trust the game track record showcased by the developer. The confidence that developer know how to keep players engaged for many years, not just a week. So let's see who can laugh until the end, whether Parabis or Everstone Studio, who wins. So now it's still at the early stage of both games. One is 3 months old, the other is 7 months old. Let's see how both developers react and how they perform. So as a gamer, it is always interesting to see two tigers fighting each other. So who can win, who can laugh until the end? So only time can tell. For me, I'm observing these two games. I'm trying when it's missed. Because earlier I came from Black Desert Online, so I know these pro artists very well. They can solve problems very fast. They are confident, they have a lot of data. But so now I've been with Pearl Abyss for about 4 or 3 years in the video, so I'm now want to try something new and try out this Women's Miss for the Wuxia style. So let's give Everstone a chance to try. So that's all about the videos. Hope you, whenever Prism Desert or Women's Miss, hope you enjoy both these games. So see you next time. Bye. So about the content.